My name is Jason. I'm here for a Daily Dose of Hope Day 353, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 353. Yeah. And so nice to meet you and nice to see you again. Daily Dose of Hope is just an attempt to find that middle path in between the two polarized paths. And I like to explain it with the yin and yang symbol. So we have a yin and yang symbol here. And yeah, there's two sides. And in the middle, there is the middle path here that we can walk around this path. And walk down this path. Let's see. Yeah. So in our world, that there are two sides. There's the one side and the other side. They're very polarized, and everyone's just fighting like crazy. And what's happening though is the polarity is so strong in both sides that most human beings can't handle that type of polarity. And so what we're all being kind of pushed into the middle, which is the best place to be, because as my guides have said, that is the only way out of here. There's gotta be some way out of here, and that's it. The neutral path. Nice to meet you again. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. So that's what the Daily Dose of Hope is about. And today, as I was just coming on today, I was, before I came on, I was channeling about this Daily Dose of Hope. So I've been doing it almost, in about 2 weeks, it'll be a year that I've been doing this. And I was thinking about what I'm going to do after this, or, if I keep going or not. And I'm not quite sure. But as I was thinking about it, I looked up at the clock, and here I live in Japan, and we are on, we use what I guess in 24-hour time, I guess you can call it. And I looked at the clock, and it was 1919, which would be 7:19, but 1919. And then I was like, oh, I should check that out. And I remember, so I went to my angel numbers, Joanne Sacred Scribe angel numbers, and I was looking through. I know 1919, it comes up a lot for me. But 1919, here we go. Hold on, something's gone wrong with my computer here. So again, so I just wanted to share that today. And also I recommend that as a source of Sacred Scribe Numbers.blogspot.com. And she also has her own site now. Sometimes I prefer the older site because it's a little bit more concise. The new one is very, very in-depth, but sometimes it can be too much information. This one's very simple. So, all right, so then I wanted to share that. And then before I go into anything, I just want to share my site here, Experiences in Channeling, and I offer spiritual guidance. And we have 3 different types of sessions: 1 question, 30-minute, 60-minute. I've got testimonials below. We also have a group that meets twice a month. If you click on offerings, you'll find it. And it's right here. It's called Lightworker. And if you join up, we have 2 channelings a month and live Q&A channelings a month. In fact, the first one this month is tomorrow night, Japanese Standard Time, 8 p.m. And you get access to that, and you also get access to the archives. So over 50 hours of channeled archives, plus most of the transcripts. I'm still working on getting them all up there. And in addition to the sound baths, we have a sound bath is basically a meditative or healing music. And I have one for every month since 2023. So you can check that out if you're interested as well, so that you get access to all of those. So just wanted to share that. And then, so speaking about this daily dose of hope, right? So I've been doing it for 353 days, and wasn't sure what would come of it. The reason I started doing it was because of they said the energies on the planet were picking up, and this is something that I could do. I could be of service in this way by bringing hope. And I found that through this past almost year, that a lot of times, like, this actually gave me hope. I was the one that needed the most hope. And somehow coming on here and connecting with you guys really brought me hope. And I guess, and then by giving, you receive. And I guess it's proof's in the pudding, right? And so that, and also I was asking them about this, this whole daily dose of hope experience. And they said that a lot of it was that this was a fated connection. This is something that we decided to do before we came here. So this is nothing happens by chance. So those of you who have been following, have been watching, you didn't get here by pure chance. So according to my guides, they were saying that this was, I was meant to do this in this time, and the people that were meant to come and to get the hope that they needed, because the people that are coming to get the hope have very, very important missions. And this is a very difficult time for all of us, especially those who are pretty empathetic and can pick up on the energies. It can be very, very, very difficult. Oh, not can be. It's yeah, it's difficult. And so, but that was the whole point. So who knew? I just thought this was something to do. And then another piece of that is that they said that they used to tell me that, your team, you think you're waiting for your team, like my team to show up. But what the truth is that my team was waiting for me energetically to kind of present myself to get to a certain level. So it's very interesting in that. So thank you, all of you, for joining in, even for one time. Thank you so much. Your energy is very powerful. And you all have very, very important missions. So I'm really excited. I wish you well on all of your amazing missions. And let's see. The other thing they were saying is about the pocket of peace. So they were telling me, you have to take this a little bit more seriously. You don't understand the actual power of these doses of hope and these pockets of peace. You just think you're just doing this thing in your room, but this kind of energy has a lot of power. And since it's a fated thing, since it was something that was already decided, it's a very, very serious thing. And these pockets of peace have a lot of power. They're saying that even though it's not large, we're not a large number of people, that's not the issue. The numbers are never important. The numbers are something that we're taught that are important, is what they said. We're taught to believe in numbers on this planet. Numbers are important, and big numbers are better than smaller numbers, but it's not the case. The energy is the most important thing. And so there's a lot of change that needed to happen on our planet. And so the idea was there, but the energy was very necessary. Our energy, our creating these pockets of pieces, and you guys out there just creating pockets of pieces in your lives. And then by doing that, you affect your environment, you affect the people around you. And so it's just like this wonderful effect where we're just kind of spreading out this love. So anyway, thank you so much for all of that. That's what I wanted to say. And what else did I want to say? So today I was on lesson 8 in A Course in Miracles, and my mind is preoccupied with past thoughts. And what I love, this is the phrase I love. No one really sees anything. He only sees his thoughts projected outward. What a profound statement. The mind's preoccupation with the past is the cause of the misconception about time from which your seeing suffers. Your mind cannot grasp the present, which is the only time there is. It therefore cannot understand time, and cannot in fact understand anything. So I love this. Great lesson. I recommend this lesson. So always remembering that what you see is always always happened internally. It already happened. It started out as a thought, and then it went through the emotional body, and then it came out. So it is the past. It's always the past because it's already happened in your mind. So we're just looking at the past. We already did that. So I want to share that. And then in addition, so this morning I was in my meditation and I was like, oh, I don't know if you've been following, that when sometimes when I get lessons I call them, my kidney kind of starts to hurt a bit. And so somehow it's not, and the weird part is it's not like a physical kidney thing. It's not like I have a problem with my kidneys. It's like it's kind of an energetic thing. It's hard to explain. Well, no, it's not. It's not hard to explain. It is an energetic thing. And so today I was in my meditation and I was looking into it. I go into a library in my meditation and I ask for guides to come through. And what came through was the thing that was the lesson that was attached to my kidney. And so for fun today, I thought I would, I asked the computer to draw a picture of it. So here it is. And this is kind of what it looked like, except the neck was much longer. The neck was about 3-4 feet long, the neck. And anyway, this thing, the interesting thing about this, about this was that I put it into, I have this thing called a neutralizer, and it looks like this. It looks like a blender. It doesn't blend anything. It neutralizes everything. So what I did was I found this being that he was kind of, eating my energy. So I was like, hey, get away from my energy. And I put him in the neutralizer. And this is the neutralizer. And then if you can't really see it from here, but I turned it up to 11. And what 11 means is just the neutralizing power. So it just neutralizes them. And then there's the truth meter too. So they actually have to tell the truth. And I was asking, who sent him? Why did he come here? And he said no one actually sent him, but what he was doing was surfing waves of energy. So there were people that were doing, kind of having negative thoughts, basically. And he was surfing those thoughts, and that's what allowed him to travel. And so I thought, I wanted to share that today just for the idea that that's how powerful your thoughts are. So if you are kind of creating negative thoughts, or you're unconscious in what you're creating, or if you're buying into the fear, or if you're buying into the anger and the sadness and all, then you're allowing like creatures like this to surf and feed on energy. So another reason to be really careful about your energy. Again, not to put anyone in any fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. There's just, our world is a little bit more complex than we ever thought it was. But these kind of beings, all you got to do is put them in the neutralizer. And then when you're finished, just tell them, like, go home. They do. And if they don't, then you just call in Source and say, hey, Source, this guy's, interfering with my free will. And Source kind of takes care of it for you. So anyway, I wanted to share that. And I think that was all I wanted to share today. Yeah. That's all I wanted to share. So, hey, Michael. And hey, TTT Tracy. All right. Oh, teacher, I haven't seen you in the chat. Well, good morning from U.S. time. Must be 7 a.m., I think. Yeah. And in New Zealand, I can't remember. I think it's 2 hours? So it's 9 o'clock, maybe, or maybe later. I don't know. So, yeah. So I just wanted to share all that, and also to say that, yeah, thank you guys for joining along in this journey. I'm not sure what's the next part of this journey. I have some ideas, but we'll see. TT Tracy says, do they go away if we laugh at them and say because of their dopey suit? Yeah, I don't know why he was wearing a plaid suit. That was the weirdest part. But I guess he thought because I set the place, the setting it's like this old ancient kind of library thing. So maybe he thought, oh, I should wear an Argyle suit. They might go. I think, yeah, if you're laughing at them, and I think if you're able to bring humor to it too, that's very powerful. If you're able, and so the whole point is that if you're not in fear, then you're okay. So that's that, yeah. So laughing at their suit. Oh man. So all right. So Yeah, I'm going to go into a channeling. And yeah, here we go. I'm just going to ask if they have anything to add to all this stuff for today. Greetings. We are the one that you know of as Yeshua, and we're here, and we're here with all of you. We're always here with you. And we see you. We see you. We see you wherever you are, all of those places that you are. We see you in your ups and your downs. We see you when you're sleeping, when you're awake. We see all of the feelings that you're going through, all of your trials, all of your tribulations, all of your celebrations. We see you and we understand you. We know what you're going through. We know how difficult these times can be for you. But what we would bring to you today is that these times, while quite difficult, are also extremely precious. These are the last moments, you might say, of a paradigm. And these last moments are quite exquisite if you're able to take a step back and look at them. Because you will, when these moments are over, when you're passed through to the next paradigm, you'll look back and say, what a beautiful time that was. I had no idea how beautiful that was. And this idea of beautiful, what do we mean by beautiful? We mean that there is so much compressed, there is so much emotion, there is so much experience compressed in such short periods of time that these moments, these seconds are like diamonds. They're beautiful diamonds, refracting the light and refracting all of the emotions and all of the experiences that are possible. You are living through one of the most historical times on your planet. This is the time, the paradigm shift time, the time when you will experience a paradigm shift. And you are experiencing the last moments before that. And these last moments, while difficult, as we said, can be quite exquisite. And so our advice to you today in these times is to take a step back. Relax, understand that you are fine, that the universe has you, that the universe is supporting you, that you are being supported, and that you are where you need to be at this moment. So there's no reason to worry. You are where you need to be. So what we would say is take a rest, take a step back. There's nothing to worry about. You've got this thing. You are moving in the right direction. And this is what we would say to all of you, to not worry anymore. There's no need for worry. There's only need for appreciation. There's only need for gratitude for these times that you've been given, for this ability that you've been given, for you to be able to look back at these years and see how far you have grown. You are moving into the most beautiful thing you could ever imagine. Okay, so all right, guys. So I'm gonna kind of stop it here today, and I hope you guys are hopeful. And I did want to share before I go that the visioning. If you've been following recently, I've started a visioning thing since last week, where we kind of vision for about 10 minutes every day. The life that we'd like to see. The reason that we do this, or that I'm started doing this, is that the guides have told me that we are through the transition period. The transition period's almost over. So this transition period has been going on for a while. And I'm sure a lot of you also understand or have been feeling it as well. It's just like we're doing the limbo. We're kind of in between two places. And we're not really sure what's going on. And that time, while very necessary, is ending. It's not so necessary anymore. Enough people have been shaken up by it, and well, it hasn't ended yet, but it will be ending soon. I think there's going to be the last hurrah or whatever to kind of, we're all going to start kind of doing some sort of weird dance to shake off all of the stuff that we still need to shake off. But once the transition period's over, it'll be the time for creation, the creation period. And so it's so important to imagine what you want to create. I know for myself in these transition times, it was really hard for me to think about what I want to do in the future, because the world just seemed so confusing at the time. I didn't even know what even to wish for. And that was also part of the transition period as well. But now that we can, in a sense, we see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's time to start start kind of imagining what you want to see. So my thing is 10 minutes. You could do 5, you could do 30, however much you want. But so in the beginning, I will vision. I'll just see what comes. And then if there's visions, I'll see the visions. If there's no visions, then I'll move to the next step. Next step is imagining with gratitude what you want to see, what you want to feel, where you want to be, and be very detailed about it. And also imagine it as already happened. It's all in the past. I'm so thankful that this happened. I'm so thankful that this happened. And then finally, in the end, is to say all of this or something even better. The guides know better. So if this is not on the path, then something even better. So yeah, and I've noticed since I've been doing it for about a week now that things are shifting a bit. I see things like in my life, and they're not huge things, but I see a definite shift, and it's really surprising. It's really interesting how fast that happened. So, and TT Tracy says, hokey pokey at the beach. Oh yeah, we'll do hokey pokey at the beach. That'll be the last hurrah. But first we gotta go beach, and then we gotta do that. So anyway, guys, so I hope you guys are hopeful, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. So ciao for now. Ciao. And thanks, Michael and TT Tracy, for joining in, and everyone else as well. Thanks.